Every single time we've been out to this new job site, it's been raining and there's plenty of mud out here. Mud is clinging to the boots. There's standing water, but workers are doing what they can when they can. Plenty of jobs at stake here, but city officials say Sherman's economy can handle this change. What once was the kitchen, there are very few walls standing at this point, and the whole house is basically shifted forward. As long as the construction is going on, this is going to be very dreadful. It's 4 miles of a lot of changes for at least 2.5 years. Carly, there is no surprise here. People were eager to get back into Choctaw Casino today. There was a line forming as early as 8 a.m. Riding a bike is something you can do while practicing social distancing. That's one of the many reasons why this local bike shop is seeing a boom in business. Excited to confirm Mandy's forecast, guys. It is snowing, lots of snow coming down. There's some decent sized flakes hitting Denison. And he handed me a fancy radar gun and told me to see what I could find. Within about 5 minutes, and tons of cars, I probably saw about 15 cars going 70 in this 55-mile-an-hour zone. And you can see behind me, cars have been flying by, buzzing by. Here on a county road just off of Highway 11 between Whitewright and Randolph. And like you said, right behind me, you can see this bucket truck is severely burned. Now, Trip Bird was also sentenced to 10 years of probation for failing to stop and render aid to the crash he caused. I'm sitting in Miss Baker's kindergarten classroom. As you can see, I do not fit in this desk right now, but teachers have been preparing for this day. The Walmart in Denison off Highway 75 is completely cleared out of toilet paper as of this afternoon. A Walmart employee told us they got a stock in around midday and it was gone as it was being put out. We'll have more on the safety measures that are being implemented here at the Casino and Resort in Durant, how they're going to be safe while still having fun. In Durant, Baylee Bates, K10 News. I'm Baylee Bates. Thanks for joining us for the second half hour of K10 News Midday. A group of University of Oklahoma students packed Evans Hall for day 2 of a sit-in and hunger strike, protesting what they call racial issues on campus. Let's begin tonight at 6 with weather. While this Good Friday was full of sunshine, Easter weekend not looking that good. Chief Meteorologist Mandy Baylee, you're talking some storms. An Oklahoma fire captain is now behind bars, facing robbery charges. He's been accused of robbing banks, but police say that's not the only crimes he may have been behind. New jobless claims out today show a staggering toll on an American economy as the coronavirus crisis deepens. I'm not a cold weather girl. No. That's why I live in Texas.
There you go.
You've heard it before. Shortages in blood donations. It's still affecting blood centers across the states, especially with elective surgeries allowed again. This is both of y'all's first time ever directing a show. I mean, what's the experience been like? What do you hope this does for you in your future? We begin right there tonight. Sherman police say a robbery occurred this afternoon at a Valero on Texoma Parkway. The bandit reached over the register and took some cash. This weekend is the unofficial start of summer, but it's going to feel very different in much of the country. States are trying to allow for fun and business on this big holiday weekend. That's it for us. We'll see you back at 10. During this difficult time, environmental services and hospitality are using their service as a solution to try and stop the spread of COVID-19.
We clean the whole place every day. We go everywhere.
The whole facility?
Oh yeah, the whole facility every single day. Every surface gets wiped down at least once a day.
Dylan Dove works in the EVS department at Caris Hospitals in Sherman. He and his colleagues have the responsibility to clean every hospital room, nurse station, and common area.
Everyone deserves a clean place to be. I mean, they're already going through some of the most traumatic, hard parts of their life. The last thing they need to worry about is that they're going to get sick because they touched their remote.
It's something that goes unlooked at or unthought of, but these unsung heroes are working around the clock to clean and disinfect, trying to stop the spread of COVID-19.
I would say that we're important just because we're the ones going back behind and making sure that this isn't being spread more than it has to be, or it is. We already have all of these regulations set up on how we clean it. I mean, Corona's not new. It's been around. So luckily we do know how to clean it. We do know how to disinfect for it.
Mopping, sweeping, wiping down, changing curtains and sheets. They play a critical role in overall operations and have the same goal as everyone else.
Everyone here is passionate for the patients. I mean, you really can't do a job like this and not care.
So it's not just the doctors, the nurses, and the surgeons saving lives. It's everyone in the healthcare system. They're on the same team with the same goal. In Sherman, Baylee Bates, K10 News.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's the sights.
Just amazing to see like everyone with different races, different backgrounds, just all come together for just one main cause.
It's the sound.
Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
With their own voices.
Racism is wrong. That injustice is wrong.
People of all ages, all color, marching to spark change.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
And it all started with 4 teens from Denison High School.
Really just wanted our community to come together and be, support this movement and just come together and be really peaceful.
The 4 girls wanted to do something about the death of George Floyd and racial injustice.
We just wanted to set the precedent for the next generation of children coming up that it's not okay to be racist. That's it, like equality for all.
Participants marched from Forest Park to MLK Park, then back to Forest Park. Denison police helped guide and even walked with the crowd.
And we want to support them. We want to walk hand in hand, stand side by side.
Or kneeling by each other.
We're going to kneel for 8 minutes and 48 seconds.
And leaning on each other.
It's very powerful. It's very powerful. It's very moving.
Because they aren't going to be silent anymore.
It's a start. Racism is an ideology that's almost impossible to see. But with things like this, it gets the needle moving in the right direction.
So they'll keep marching and protesting peacefully to get their message across.
There's not a difference in us by the color of each other's skin. We can all come together and we can all have the same effect on our community.
Reporting in Denison, Baylee Bates, K10 News.